Hi everyone, welcome to your full moon in Aquarius reading. How are you, Amu?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm really good too, thank you. Yes. So I'm Rain Lawrence. I am a free birth doula. I'm a placenta encapsulation specialist, and I also provide menstruality workshops and one-to-one coaching.
And I'm Clarity. I was repeating the thing in my head, and now it's my time to talk, and I'm like,
Obviously, standard.
so I'm a tarot reader, I'm a crochet designer, and a video editor. Got
Fantastic.
it.
Nice. And we are Black Queen of Pentacles. So for anyone who knows Amu and I, you'll know that we identify as witches, modern witches, but witches nonetheless. And so we've created a coven, which is a group of witches, and we call it Black Queen of Pentacles. If you'd like to join, here is the QR code to join our Telegram group. And don't worry, it's not like we're going to spam you all day, every day, and just chit chat on and on. It's just a space for those of us who are interested in tarot, astrology, witchcraft. And we just share, like when we put these videos up, you'll get the link right away. And we also share like any rituals or, like spellcraft that we've been doing.
Yes. And we would also appreciate if any one of you is willing to donate. So we take donation with mostly PayPal. So there's the two email address on the screen. Both of them is okay. Whichever amount you want to donate is fine as well. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. We do this for fun and for our enhancement of our craft and of our astrological knowledge and for you. But yeah, there's like a few just day-to-day running costs like Zoom and subscriptions of different things. So yeah, anything is appreciated. But let's jump right into it.
Yay. We have is the quarter moon. No, it's the quarter moon by this time.
Thank you for reminding me. Yes, so the moon has 8 phases, but most people are just aware of the main two of new moon and full moon. But in between, we have things like today, Tuesday, the 25th of July, which is the first quarter moon. So this is kind of like our halfway point between new moon and full moon. So you probably set all these wonderful intentions a week ago. And now is the time when the universe begins to test your mettle, see, was she really committed to that? Is it really what she wants, or does it need to be adapted, amended, reconfigured? So you might find that today particularly is a bit challenging, and things happen that cause you to question your dreams and question your objectives. So it's not necessarily a bad thing. Maybe the universe is telling you to question your objectives because you should tweak them slightly, or maybe a lot, maybe they're like way out of alignment with what you actually want, because sometimes we just do stuff that we feel we ought to, and it's not actually coming from our own heart space. So yeah, it's not necessarily a negative, but just look out for it today. And if you know that you are committed to your goals, just express that today and be very clear and headstrong about, yes, universe, I see you testing me. That's fine. I expected this and I'm ready for you. That kind of energy.
Yes.
Yeah, I like first quarter moon actually. Yeah, I've only just really started getting into all 8 phases. But yeah, it's an interesting one.
It's like a time you have to readjust yourself before the full moon even come.
Exactly. Yeah, it's kind of that. It's just giving you a little like, yo, heads up. You've had half your time. It's like an exam where they say, okay.
Midterms.
Exactly. And it reminds me of I think I can't remember her name now, but there's a woman who's got a very popular podcast, and it's all about that, like how the universe is always giving us little tests. Like if we've committed to not do something, the universe will be like, okay, 6 months after, let me show her what she would have jumped at before and see if she's still even tempted, or worse, if she still goes for it, just to check that you are really on track with this, whatever it is that you're trying to stop doing. It will like give a little temptation.
Interesting. All right, let's jump into the moon is in Aquarius. So what does it mean when the moon is in Aquarius? First of all, it may be hard for us to get out of our heads because Aquarius is an air sign. So it's all about well, the energy is concentrated up there, you know, communication skills, mental energy. So thoughts and communication might be inconsistent around this time. Okay, so writing things down on paper or talk with a friend or even having a conversation with your higher self, this could help for you to align your thoughts. So, you know, sit and meditate and take time with yourself. So we know already full moon is always a good time to release, to let go, to leave behind what no longer serves us. So Aquarius energy can help because Aquarius are really logical and technical. So yeah, it's like it's gonna help us see things on a state of neutrality, basically. So more neutral for any kind of decision that there is to make or any thoughts that come. If you take time to sit and reflect on it, you're gonna take the most logical decision around it, basically.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. I love how you brought in the positive as well, because yeah, it's not all just like, oh, you're going to be thinking too much, overthinking, but you're also, you know, play on the strengths of Aquarius at this time, which is logic, rationality, you know, like, yeah, weighing up the pros and cons. It's also, so the glyph for Aquarius is the water bearer. And like Amu said, the full moon's about releasing and forgiveness, things like that. So we may find that rivers and streams and oceans that have been polluted, we might see some solutions or resolving of those problems. I know in my country, at least in the UK, we do have a lot of pollution of our seas and rivers. So hopefully this full moon in Aquarius could help resolve some of that. I know there's a young man, I don't know where he's from, but he developed some system to draw all the like garbage out of the sea into like one place so that it can be cleared, more easily cleared. So maybe someone's going to fund that guy to do that on like a larger scale. Let's hope so.
Please, people.
Do it. If you have money, don't worry about me and Amu, actually. Go for that. So it's a super moon, isn't it? Tell us more about that.
Yes, it's the second super moon in a row, and there's the next one at the end of the month. And super moon means super close. So you probably noticed already last month the full moon was really, really big. Yo, it was so impressive. I was just walking down the street looking at the moon and I was like, wow, wow. And I couldn't stop looking. I couldn't stop saying, wow. It was so big and bright. But yeah, basically it is big and bright, but it also means that the energy is enhanced, basically. So it's closer. So everything that the moon is bringing to us is also closer. So more energy. You're gonna feel it even more because of the proximity of the moon.
Oh, great.
Yeah. So there's the third one is by the end of the month, 3 in a row. That's kind of a thing.
Yeah, that's crazy. Probably doesn't happen all that often. Which is, I love the fact that we're getting like this really potent moon, because you know the really like casual, calm new moon in Cancer we just had that affected no one.
True.
We really need a powerful moon after that, don't we? Maybe, hopefully, the sort of Cancer energy of all that sort of emotion and like stirring us up. This is a much more rational moon, you know. Aquarius is air sign, so it's, yeah, hopefully we're gonna feel a little bit more like using our brains than having to have all this sort of flooding of our heart and sacral space.
Right. I love that.
Let's hope. I mean,
I love that.
I'm just saying it might be, it could be.
Yeah. But yeah, when you think about it, like, because Cancer was really emotional, it was like almost you're supposed to cry, you know. And now it's like you're supposed to be in your head, you're supposed to in a sense, it's like you're supposed to take action on what you were crying on the new moon, you know, because full moon, we said it, release, get rid of what no longer serve you. So whatever things you were carrying all this new moon cycle, now it's the full moon. Let it go, release. You have all your head to think and think rational decision now.
Yes, I love that. Yes. Oh, yeah, astrology is so nice to us. It's like, right, you have this crazy emotional time, but now get back on the horse, like move on.
Right. So
So
what on in July?
it's quite a lot. It's quite a lot. So first of all, we're in Leo season. So congratulations, happy birthday to all of those who have their birthday and to all of those who have theirs coming. And it's July 23rd is when it went. So I think that was Sunday. The sun entered the sign of Leo. So this is going to ignite the sort of passionate fire of like creativity and also power and like confidence. Leo's a really self-confident sign. So it could be marked by like bright, radiant, like going out, grandeur, self-expression, self-assertion. If you've had any situation where you haven't felt confident enough to speak your mind or speak your truth, the sun going into Leo is going to give you that energy and confidence to do that. Yeah, it's also about like the heart of a lion. You know, we talk about Leo being the heart of having the heart of a lion. So it is a very loving sign, but in a kind of jovial way rather than like smoochy, like staring into each other's eyes. It's the more like your brother giving you a noogie kind of energy, you know, but it's still love. So yeah, I mean, enjoy that in any way you can. So we also have Chiron going retrograde. So Chiron is this small planet, and the sort of mythology around Chiron is the wounded healer. So in the mythology, Chiron was like abandoned and ostracized by his whole family. So those who loved him most just sort of shunned him. His mother tried to poison him, and it was all due to the fact that he was like the progeny of two people. So it wasn't his fault. Like it was just an accident of birth, and then he was like this really hated miscreant person. So we might find with it going backwards that we are revisiting any sort of wounding around, yeah, like feeling unloved or unwanted or being discriminated or hated for something that we can't change. So just watch out for that, because you can do a lot with that. You know, it's the wounded healer. So yes, he's wounded, but he uses that experience to heal himself and others. So you might have an opportunity for that with this Chiron retrograde. We've also got Mars and Jupiter aligning. So I think many people will appreciate the fact that this is happening, because Mars is the sort of planet of war and argument and conflict, and Jupiter is this lovely expansive planet of luck and joy and frivolity. So when they're aligning, it means that if you need to have a conversation that you think's going to be like icky and sticky and tough, this will just make it go a lot smoother, and you may find that the person's more open to hearing your perspective and vice versa. If there's been like a stalemate and an impasse where you just can't get past it, use the Mars-Jupiter alignment, because it might give you a bit more wiggle room. It's just opening people up to be a bit more, what's the word? Just to have a bit more compassion for others. So yeah, that's the Mars-Jupiter alignment. And we also have Mercury moving into Virgo. So Mercury is the planet that rules Gemini and Virgo, I believe. Yeah, it actually rules Virgo. That's right. So it feels very at home here. So it'll be an excellent time for business during this period, because it's Mercury brings certain like grounded energy to Virgo. So it will affect our thoughts and communication, and it will enable us to have this sort of very analytical way of interpreting information. So it's really good for business, really good for like structured learning, practical planning, like forecasting, all those sort of mercurial analytical skills will be enhanced at this time. So yeah, that's pretty much what I know about for July. What else have you got, Amu?
Chariclo.
Chariclo. What's Chariclo doing?
Chariclo is an asteroid. Asteroid. Is this how we say the word?
Yep.
Asteroid. Asteroid. So again, we're talking about healing vibrations. Like, I think it's a theme. I think it's a theme. So this healing vibration of this full moon will also be enhanced by Chariclo. So this is an asteroid connected with healing, but deal with the realm of spirit medicine. So Chariclo energy help us and guide us to find the right medicine, whether it's a walk in the park, going river, meditation, or a cup of tea. Okay, so basically, it's guiding you to what feels right for you. So this asteroid is very connected to nature, herbs, healing food, and crystals. So this helps us remember how powerful our body is and how turning to Mother Nature can sometimes be the best solution for us. You know how bush tea can be really potent, like whatever kind of food you eat can help you regenerate cells in your body and things like this. So our body don't actually need tablets from the doctor, right? So this is where Chariclo is aligning us. Recharging our mind, body, and soul under the energy of the Aquarian moon can simply be done by spending time in nature and eating nourishing food. So we don't have to turn onto chemical product to heal ourselves. Natural is, to me, the best way. So yeah, Chariclo is going to help us to align with this kind of energy.
100%. Thank you. I really resonate with that because I was having I think it was an ear infection like last week or 2 weeks ago, and I was getting to the point of like my body's not clearing this by itself, so maybe I have to go to the doctors. And my friend was just like, try turmeric and what else? Oh, ginger in a tea. And I did. I drank like 2 pots of this turmeric and ginger tea. Gone.
Nice.
Yeah.
Gone.
I was like, oh my God, I nearly went to the doctor. I nearly destroyed my gut health with antibiotics. I nearly like fed these super bugs who like don't even, the antibiotics don't even touch the super bugs anymore because we used them to death. So I was like, praise be. Thank you, sis. Like she sorted me.
Nice. Yes. Oh, by the way, it's getting dark behind you. I don't know if you can open a light.
Sure. Yeah. Let me do that. I was wondering actually. Thank you. Also on another note, there's canals where I just moved. So those of you who know, I was always in London, but now I moved. And where I am now, I have lots of canals. So you have the river not too far away, and it's really like I feel that nourishing energy of having water nearby, you know, like I can just wander and then you see flowing water like 10 minutes away from your house, and it's like, oh man, that's really helping.
Nice.
So
Yes.
winter is really what I need right now. Cool. So we also just want to highlight that it is Lammas coming up soon. So Lammas is as witches, Amu and I celebrate the 8 Wiccan holidays, or pagan or Wiccan, whichever you want to call it. But
Witchy stuff.
witchy stuff, the witchy holidays. And we had Litha, which is sometimes called summer solstice. And we're on the way to Mabon, which is like autumn, the autumny one. But in the middle, we have Lammas on the 1st of August. And Lammas is like a wheat harvest festival. So it's kind of, I see it as like a little, it's a similar to the first quarter moon in a sense, you know, it's that little halfway point to just say, yo, you're nearly in autumn. So yes, you've given thanks for the summer and you're nearly in the next season. Like, are you on track? And can you do any more, and can you give thanks some more, you know, like yeah, I really like my bond, because autumn's my favorite season, so I like Lammas because it's like, oh yeah, my
It's
bond,
coming.
it's coming. But yeah, it's a nice one, Lammas. It's kind of this idea, it comes from the fact that if you, back in the day when we weren't so, you know, when we weren't just going to the supermarket to get our food, it was really important to know when Lammas was, because if you didn't harvest by then, the grain might fail for that year, and then you're like actually screwed, and so yeah, it's nice. It's a nice one to observe and just think about all that we have and be grateful that we're not, you know, that we have harvest and we're going to eat this year.
Nice. And not so long after this, we have the Lion's Gate, which opened on the 8th of August, so shortly after the full moon peak. Our spiritual sun rise and rebirth, so it's a powerful time to clear and reset again. As I said earlier, sit and meditate in nature as much as you can, and use this energy to cleanse. It can be cleaning your house, detox, or simply get rid of negative thoughts. Go back to basics, go back to simple. Focus on whatever you need to feel at peace. Yeah, feel at peace.
Nice. Yeah, I kind of love Lionsgate. It just sounds so badass that it's Lionsgate.
Yeah.
Eights. I always liked eight. So 8-8 is a good one.
And I always picture like two big golden lions standing right in front of the gate, like rah. Yes.
Are we going to move on to a tarot reading? Is that right?
Yay.
Yeah, so let's do Leo first, since it's Leo season. We'll give Leo their glory. So it's interesting actually, because this is 8 also. So the strength card in tarot is Major Arcana, and it represents Leo, and it's about inner power, so hardly surprising for Leo, and overcoming weakness. It's about courage and persistence. So that could be like moral courage, it could be like strength, fortitude, but it's also about conquering our animal nature, because you see this here, it's a lion that this woman's like somehow sort of stroking and tickling under the chin, so it represents her mastery over her, like, yeah, natural reactive self. She's mastered it and tamed it, you know. So it's about having a good rapport with our instinctive side, and not just repressing it, but kind of like bringing it on side, bringing it in, so it's our pet and we can actually use it to our advantage and not let it use us and overcome us. Yeah, it's essentially about overcoming dilemmas and inner issues, inner difficulties, and solving our problems, learning to solve our own problems. Yeah,
that makes sense.
Yeah,
that makes lots of sense. It's really aligned with well, let go and soul, you know, when we were talking about natural medicine and things. Yeah,
100%. And actually it's funny because this card, I did readings today for 3 of the men on my railway course, and I was so surprised that these like big burly geezers who are like training to be like to lay railway were like, oh, can I have a tarot reading? And I was like, yeah, of course. And one of them got the strength card. I'll have to think about who it was, but yeah, it was just interesting to me because they really liked it, because yeah, it's kind of like a badass card. So there is tarot for everybody. It's not just for like witchy women like me and Amu. It's for everyone. There's something here for everyone.
Yeah, of course. And the star card about stripping back any limiting beliefs and live in your authentic nature again. Nature, authenticity, and the star truly is wish come true in a sense. How your light shine and how you let it shine and how you share your light with the world.
Yeah. Oh, so yeah, it's a badass card as well, the star.
Yeah.
And this
star card, which is associated with Aquarius.
nice. And this is 8 too, isn't it? The numerology of this is 8 as well, because it's 17, right?
17 makes 8. True that.
8's going on. I love it. We're going to just talk about the houses now that this is hitting. So we'll just go through all 12. So if you are an Aquarius rising or sun sign, it's hitting your first house of appearance, image, self-identity, and how you come across to others. If you're Capricorn rising or sun sign, it's hitting your second house, which is about cash, property, and possessions, values, including how you value yourself. If you are Sagittarius sun or rising, it's hitting your third house, which is about communication, siblings, neighbors, quick trips, and early education. Scorpio sun and rising, it's your fourth house, which is about home and family, all things domestic, belonging, and your past. If you're a Libra sun or rising, it's your fifth house of romance, creativity, children, your own or someone else's, the pursuit of pleasure and love affairs. If you're Virgo sun or rising, it's your sixth house of daily routines, including work, health, and duty.
And if you have Leo as sun or rising, it's your seventh house that's hitting. Seventh house is about partnership. So it can be marriage, but it can be any type of partnership, business as well. If you have Cancer, it's the eighth house that is impacted. So shared resources, exchange. So basically what is circulating, what comes in and comes out. Then we have Gemini in the ninth house. So if you have Gemini in your sun sign or rising sign, it's about expanding horizon and exploring things. So higher education or philosophy or travel, law, basically extra of your day-to-day. And then if you have Taurus sun sign or rising sign, it's your outer world, so your career, your reputation. If you have Aries in sun sign or rising sign, it's your 11th house that is impacted, so your group contribution. It can be within your friends, it can be regarding your goals or aspiration, what you put out there. And if you have Pisces as sun sign or rising sign, it's your 12th house that is impacted. So your dream, your spiritual life, and basically intuition and mindset is to look about.
So have you got anything going on for you in those houses, Amu, or is that not resonant?
Yes. Yeah. Taurus 10th house, and where is Leo 7th house? If we look at the 7th house, partnership. Well, I mean, I'm in a partnership with you. This is my one partnership I have.
Yeah. How's it going? Don't be too honest.
I think it's going well. I think even like regarding communication and things, we're doing good.
Yeah, I was gonna say communication. I'm Gemini sun and Gemini moon. Me not stop communicating. You know?
Yes, but I mean, just the fact that we were supposed to record this 2 days ago, but we just both figured that it would be best to do it the next day, and then we changed our mind, and it's today because, you know, we're trying to make things. We're trying to be both comfortable with when we do it and how we do it. So if one of us is not 100%, let's go. We just postpone.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's worked well, you know.
Yeah. And Taurus is in the 10th house, outer world, so career, status, reputation, purpose, taking power. Yeah, of course, I'm investing more in my career, which is me, my brand, my vocation. It's clear. I mean, I'm not trying to be all over the place, even if the 3 things I do seems to be all over the place. But it's all aligned because when I do editing, it's mostly my things, our things, and I work with the next lady, which have a podcast about mental wellness and being true to self. So it's all aligned with what we do. And when I create crochet project, I actually never create something twice. I mean, if you order something from me, I'm just gonna go with your vibe and do something that is aligned with you personally, with you. So yeah.
Yeah. I feel like you've had like 10th house, 10th house, 10th house all year. Am I imagining that?
It makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
You're always
fifth,
like, yeah, Korea.
my fifth and 10th house are impacted this year a lot.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, it's third house communication. We won't even speak about that because, as I said, I just don't stop talking and trying to get the message out there. But ninth house also with the Sagittarius. No, sorry, with the Gemini. And I definitely feel like travel and study and big dreams to a lesser extent, because I've embarked on a new career path, very different to where I was going before. So yeah, it feels like there's a big dream and I was maybe dreaming too small or like dreaming the wrong dream, and now I've kind of woken up to a different other dream. So that's exciting. I'm excited about that. But also with the travel, like I said, I've moved and now I'm closer to different friends that I would never ordinarily be able to visit easily and quickly, but now I can. So I'm doing a lot of like short trips and travel to see people who are closer by now.
Yes.
It's all good in
That's
the
good.
head. We're gonna move on to the ceremony. So today we've decided to bring in some Nordic runes. Well, one Nordic rune at least, and the one that we've decided to use is called Kanaz. And I learned something cool today about them. So these runes, I think there's like 24 in total that most people use.
26,
26.
like the alphabet.
Right. But I read today that the reason there are no let me get this right. Is it vertical? No, horizontal.
Horizontal.
I think so. I'm not sure which way around it makes sense, but I clearly haven't remembered the fact. But basically, there aren't any horizontal lines, I don't think, on these runes. Like, and then I was like, what, really? And I looked at it and I'm like, yeah, it's all diagonal or vertical. And it's because if they were always shaped in wood, and if they carved horizontally, it would split the wood. So there's only a diagonal lines. I was like, whoa, that's so dope. So yeah, you can see here Kanaz. It's like a sort of sideways V or a chevron, and it represents illumination. So we thought that was quite a potent symbol for the energy of this Aquarian new moon, full moon. So we're going to focus on the Kanaz as we inhale, imagining any negativity, fear, doubt, worry, anger, resentment, challenge, obstacle, judgment, all that nasty stuff. And then as we exhale, we imagine that the energy is being transmuted and it's coming out as this positivity and pure whitish gold light. So you can either look at the rune symbol as we do it or close your eyes, whichever you feel more comfortable. And we'll just do 3 lovely deep breaths for now, because obviously you can pause and do this for as long as you'd like, but we'll just... Okay, so we'll take 3 nice deep inhales and exhales, and remember, it's exhale the beautiful bright white light and exhale out all that all that negativity that you feel in your body. Okay,
Let's go.
let's go.
Great.
Oh, I only got to 2. That's fine.
That was so big inhale. How?
No. It's because I don't really breathe. I feel like I breathed in the 90s and just get that. I was like, that's cool. That'll do me for a couple of years. Honestly, it's so bad. And I went for a Reiki session years ago. I haven't been for ages, but she said the same. She was like, oh no, she said she was like, you never really relax. I was like, yeah, I thought that. She's like, yeah, it's weird. Like you need to do some breath work so that you're breathing more deeply and relaxing after, because you're like
Tense.
like
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, okay, cool. Thanks for that. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that, and we will definitely be bringing in more of the Nordic runes because I really love that culture and that witchy philosophy that they have.
Yes, absolutely. I was holding these two. I don't actually know what they are,
Let me see.
but yeah, I just felt called by these two crystals
Colors.
for the breathing.
Definitely very Aquarian colors. They look very like watery.
Yeah, water and earth. Oh my God.
This is I think it's called Labradorite. Actually, no, it might not be. But this apparently is good for if you're having like sort of legal troubles or administrative troubles. So I bought this when all the children's services crap was going on. I was like, yeah, I need
Yes.
this in my life.
Yes.
Thank you so much for coming, everyone. That was lovely. I enjoyed that. And yeah, we'll be back. When will we be back? Is it new moon in
Leo,
of course, yeah.
August 16.
16th. We'll see you there.
Yes. Yes. And while we're here, in case you just watching us on YouTube, go link our other socials. So we both on Instagram, TikTok. That's about it. So you can find me, Amu Clarity. You're gonna see my logo, which is gonna be on screen, or my face. And yeah, Amu Clarity on Instagram and TikTok.
Fab, yeah. And I am also on those platforms, and I'm at the Free Birth Doula. The Free Birth Doula, all one word. And yeah, come join us over in Telegram as well, so you can get like the latest on what we're up to.
Bye.
Bye, we love you.